Hey everyone, tonight I'm making the low-carb pumpkin and sausage soup. I am starting the 5-day pouch test tomorrow. Today is Sunday night. And I'm going to use this for my soup for Monday and Tuesday. And it's on their website, the5daypouchtest.com. And I wanted to make this up tonight so I'd have it ready. But here are the ingredients, and I kind of changed mine up just a little bit because I don't eat regular sausage. Okay, the first thing you're going to need, it calls for 16 ounces of country style sausage, and I'm using the Morningstar's hot and spicy meat-free sausage, and I'm just using 4 patties, so it's not 16 ounces, of course, it's like 4 ounces, but I'm just using it to flavor that. Then you're going to need a half a cup of chopped onion, and I have that right there. Then you're going to need a clove of garlic. I have the minced garlic there. You're going to need a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, which I don't have, so I'm going to just use oregano and maybe some salt and pepper with that, just depending. Then 1 cup of fresh mushrooms, and I'm using about 3/4 of a cup, and I chop these up really fine in like the food processor, but that is regular button mushrooms. Then you're going to need a 15-ounce can of pumpkin, not pumpkin pie filling, but the regular pumpkin. And then you'll need 5 cups of low-sodium chicken broth, but I'm using vegetable broth, and I'm using this Better Than Bouillon vegetable base, and I'm doing that in 5 cups of water over here, and that's just on the stove heating up now. And I also have a skillet heating with some cooking spray in that. You're going to need that to start too. Okay, next you'll need a half a cup of heavy cream. I don't have heavy cream, so I'm using half and half. And then you're going to need a half a cup of sour cream. And I'm using the light sour cream. And then it calls for a half a cup of water, but I'm probably not going to be needing that. So those are the ingredients. And let's start with the first step. You come over here, and I'm just going to set up right near the pan. And I'm going to take the sausage, and you're going to just brown this. Now your sausage will be raw. This is actually cooked, so mine won't take as long, but you just break this up, just crumble it up as good as you can. And if you want to save on the fat, you can use this Morningstar sausage because it is delicious. And I mean, we've made like egg McMuffins with it, and it's got a really good sausage taste. And as you can see, it looks like sausage. And if you have it on like a biscuit or well, an English muffin would be better, then nobody will be able to tell. So just kind of break this up. And with your sausage, if you use regular sausage or turkey sausage, whatever, you'll need to cook yours until it's completely done. But this, I'm just kind of doing this so I can break it up and kind of bring out any oils that's in it, which is probably not very much because it's not meat. So. And what I'm going to need to do is spray a little bit more because this does not give off any kind of fat. So you may need, if you use this kind, you may need to add a little more spray. Okay, so you brown up your sausage. Now this says you brown up your sausage until it's in small bits over medium heat. And after you do that, you drain out the fat, but this I'm not going to drain because there's no fat in it. And if a turkey sausage, if it's really lean, I don't think you would have to drain that either. So just make sure it's in little crumbles because your first and second day is liquids. So you want this to be, you know, pretty small pieces. Okay, next you're going to put in your onion and your bell pepper. No, actually, do you know what? This doesn't even call for bell pepper. What am I thinking? Well, I'm going to leave it out because I don't know. Why did I think it? Anyway, I'm crazy. Okay, put in your onion. I guess you could put in bell pepper, but I'm not going to because that might make it taste funky. And it already is sausage and pumpkin, which sounds weird, but everybody raves about it who does this pouch test, so we'll see, and it smells good so far. Okay, you add in your onion and your garlic, and you put in your mushrooms as well. And you just saute these until your vegetables are cooked. Give me that garlic. Alright, I'm going to put in my garlic now. And it just calls for a clove. It calls for 1 clove. But I'm just going to put in the rest of this jar, which is probably about a clove or a little more. I don't think you can ever have too much garlic. Not me, anyway. Okay, got all that out. Now, you just brown these up until everything is soft, and I will be back. Okay, after your vegetables have softened, you actually add in the Italian seasoning, and it calls for a tablespoon, but I'm just going to put a little bit of oregano in that. If you have Italian seasoning, just go ahead and use that, because I'm sure it'll make it better. And I'm going to put in some black pepper, just fresh cracked black pepper. And I'm going to add in a little bit of salt, because the broth already has salt in it. Okay, then what you're going to do, just mix that up, but go ahead and put that in ahead of time. Alright, that smells good. I don't know if it tastes good, but we'll see. Okay, then you bring over your broth. Now it calls for chicken broth, but you can use the vegetable broth that I'm using. Okay, let me just raise this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now you're going to stir in this mixture here, and I'm going to get this all over the place so you'll get the gist. Okay, you just add that into your broth, and I just heated the broth first because I actually had to make my own broth. Okay, so I got all that in there, and put this over to the side, and it says to simmer, so just put it on like 2, and you stir in your pumpkin, and this is canned pumpkin. And remember, not pumpkin pie filling, because if you do that, it's going to have a lot of sugar and it's going to not turn out right. Okay, just add all of that in. And it's going to make it kind of creamy too. And then you're going to add in the heavy cream, or half and half, and your sour cream later. So just don't worry about that. And you can put any other seasonings that you think would go in this, but I'm sticking to sort of what they have said, because this already sounds odd, so we'll see. So just stir in that, and then it just says simmer on low for 20 to 30 minutes. So I will be back in about 30 minutes.